just in case.
All right. Team Roach. Georgetown, Texas, right? Yeah. So first of all, let me thank you for being here. I mean, I'm so glad you came. And, I'm all about growing people. And I felt like this is probably one of the best signs of growth I've seen during my whole time doing this. So, I'm also excited because there'll be more teeth savers on the road. And I say that because I know you, Cory, you have a lot of the skills. I can see them. This is why you've grown so much. Mm-hmm. So it's about lifting the lid and, getting you to take off. So having said that, I'll pass it on to you. I think the key is for people to hear from their perspective, what they could do if they really believe, because it's all about believing. If you don't believe, that's why you fail, right? That's what Yoda said. So, yeah. So here you are, all yours.
Yeah, I would just say if you're interested in doing root canals and anything is holding you back, like it's a great opportunity to learn. There's really nothing to lose. You're not going to hurt anybody. You're not going to do anything wrong. The best times to fail are in situations like this. And if the fear of failure is what's preventing you from doing it, this is a step that I would encourage you to take. Because it's not just academic, like you got to actually do it, and so the knowledge that you gain in the process of actually doing it, you can't replicate, and so I wouldn't let anything hold you back.
And by that you mean the fact that we're able to work on specimens? Is that where you mean?
That's
It's
awesome.
Yeah,
I thought that was
because models are great, but it's like a simulator. You can only simulate so much.
That's right.
But then when you're actually able to work on a real specimen and model, it just feels very much more real. I think the understanding of what you're going to experience when you're doing the procedures is going to be a lot more accurate.
That's
than
right.
If you were to just have read about it or watch somebody do it.
True.
Or do it on a model or extracted teeth.
That's right.
It's just way more lifelike.
That's right. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. They say video worth 100,000 words. This is worth way more than the video, right? I mean, video, you can only see it, right? Yeah. And hear it. This is, you can truly replicate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, if you have a team that you work with, like I would highly encourage you to bring your team with you, because as you're learning, they're learning along with you. So you both get to grow simultaneously, and they're like watching my back and even doing this.
Agree.
Reminding me, hey, you need to be doing this or doing that, because they hear things different and remember different things.
True.
While you're trying to assimilate all that knowledge.
True.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Drinking from a water hose, you need more than one mouth.
I like the analogy. Now, before we continue on, I want to remind what you told me, or to remind myself what you told me is, at one point we ran into the wall with a tough case, and you said, "Oh, Win, I hate firing with live ammo." Yeah. Right? And so you feel like this is very helpful in the sense you can actually fire with simulated ammo, right? And
yes.
Yeah. It struck me when I heard you say that. I said, he's right. And some people they're fine with the process of failing, in real clinical situations, and others would rather fail less if they could avoid it. And I think this is where you are totally right, is that there's this opportunity to fail, learn, and not hurt anyone, like right. Nothing to lose, like you mentioned, and totally agreed. So, Kayla and Lisa, I want to make sure everybody hearing us is clear, is that you both have a lot of experience in dentistry, and yet you're here thirsty to learn, and I could see it because you were there watching Cory's back and truly wanting to learn new stuff. So, talk to us.
Well, as long as I've been in dentistry and all the CE courses that I've taken, this has probably been the most rewarding, to be honest with you. I mean, because it was super hands-on. And I learned stuff that I haven't learned in the many years that I've been in dentistry.
I see.
It was pretty incredible. At first, it was a little different. It was a lot different. It was tough at first, but
because of the specimen. Because of the specimens, I see.
We grew so much. This one actually really grew.
Oh, so this is why you went to the beach and cried all the tears out, and then came back rejuvenated, right?
That's right. I tend to agree with Lisa. I've had quite a bit of experience too, and I got a lot out of this CE, quite a bit. For me, I guess my favorite part is when you work with the doctor, they have all this more schooling and more knowledge and things like that. And I really felt like Cory and I got to learn together. Like we're growing and learning together, and a lot of times you don't have that growth and learn like that because a lot of times they know much more, and you look at them for information, and you kind of like, okay, what do we do? What do we do? And like at this, I feel like we can actually talk and communicate and figure things out together.
That's
versus me just looking like, okay, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? You know, like, it's just different, and I got a lot of being able to grow with him.
I see. So, has any of you trained on specimen before, or this was the first experience? I see. Great. I'm so glad to hear, and this is why I think, I mean, my experience was when I learned apical surgery, it was from a typodont. From a model. And then, so it was a big gap going from there to a patient, and but this, I think, bridges the gap, but the hardest is in our mind. And I think it all came down to all three of you thinking this was worth spending the time, to just do it. And I, from my end, I can see the results. I'm telling you, I'm so proud of you, Cory. Man.
We are too. That was awesome.
And
It's incredible.
I know he couldn't have done it without you. And going back home, I hope these 3 days with everything that you've learned will really serve patients. Because ultimately, this is why I feel we're doing this. Is it's way bigger than us, right? It's for patients. And I remember our first conversation, Cory, on via text, is you said, I want to do quality treatment. I said, yay! But then many people say that, right? But now I know you mean it, because I can see the time you put in, the precision you put in your work, and I know it's truly you truly meant it. And what else is there you'd like to share with others, if anything?
Come prepared to work.
Now the tough part is tomorrow, right, or Tuesday. But here, honestly, I have so much faith in the future. I mean, I've seen your root canals now. It's like, boom. It looks great, and you do it without radiographs and the apical. Today was your first ever apicals, right?
Yeah.
Correct for everyone?
Yes.
And they look great. So even that premolar wasn't easy. And now the molars, it will come with time. We need to be realistic. It's not going to change overnight, right? Yeah. But you've made a huge step. And confidence-wise, Cory, do you feel like your confidence is boosted?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I wouldn't hesitate to work on the anterior axillary on the patient if they came in.
Excellent. And you realize now, like you said the other day, 3 months ago, you would have opted for other treatment choices. And moving forward, I know there are many cases you would probably treatment plan differently, and in the end, it's going to be a win-win, right? Win-win-win for everyone. Maybe last words to close the conversation here. Anything?
I just appreciate this experience. It was amazing.
Thank you, Dr. Roach,
Thank
for
you.
investing your time.
Absolutely. I was going to say that.
Money, your energy, and us.
I love the picture at the beach. It's like, well, thank you for being here. One thing I ask is you keep in touch in terms of not being afraid to voice, I need help, right? Because it's a journey. Like I mentioned before, it doesn't stop here, and will only stop when you retire. So make sure you stay in the Facebook group. If there are questions, raise the questions. And this is why we have the group. It's not for entertainment. It's for community-based help, right? So we all have knowledge that others don't have. So continue to do one step at a time and one after another. Okay?
Awesome.
All right. Excellent. Safe travels back.
Yes.
All right.